It's a gloomier day here today in Dallas, and with thunderstorms in the forecast, I decided to stay at home to clean some guns and install some new parts. So for this video, we're going to keep it a little more chill this time. So we'll be indoors the whole time, because it's going to be raining, not very good weather, and probably next weekend it'll be the same. So basically just going to catch up with some activities with the guns, going to clean the 1911, the Tisas, because it's been about a couple hundred rounds. And then also we're going to install a piggyback red dot mount onto my MPVO. And so basically I got a Holosun, I think it's like the 407 or 507 or whatever. I'll show you guys soon. And then I also got that red dot mount as well. So it'll be really cool. I always thought it was pretty sick. It also helps a little more if I want to shoot the gun, in closer distances. And so it's basically like the perfect weekend to do that. So I'll show you guys what I got and how to do it. And then, just take you guys along. I picked up this Larue Tactical LT788-2. While it says it's for the Trijicon RMR, it works perfectly for the Holosun H407C. So, if you've been looking for one, check this out. I went with the Holosun HS407C because of its attractive price, good reviews, simple reticle design, and acceptable sight picture. I originally wanted an RMR, but the Holosun seemed to fit my needs just as well, and so I went with that instead. Starting off with installation, it's worth mentioning that using a bubble level is key. I had to make sure that my rifle was leveled first, and then I fastened my mount onto the scope. I didn't secure it all the way though, because here I'm making small adjustments each time just to make sure that the mount remains level each time I screw it together. Once I attached the mount to the scope, I needed to secure the Holosun onto the mount itself. Just make sure that the cutouts in the bottom of the Holosun fit into the grooves of the mount. I screwed the Holosun onto the mount until I started to meet some resistance with the screws, and then I took my torque screwdriver, if that's the official name, to make sure it was properly fastened. Now here the instructions say to apply 15 inch-pounds of torque, so I set my screwdriver to that amount and applied pressure until I heard those audible clicks. And now I'm done. I have a mount that isn't touching the bell of the scope or the scope mount itself, and the bubble level told me that things were level. Now I have a rifle that's still focused on longer distances, but even more usable if I want to shoot closer in. Now, here's a juicy POV shot of the Holosun. The reticle is actually centered in real life, it's just how I managed to center the camera onto the red dot, and as you can see, the elevation knob on the scope interferes a little bit with the sight picture, but it's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. It's still perfectly usable. Also, in my last video, I didn't show you guys the Athena reticle that I was talking about on my MPVO, so here's what that looks like. Now the wall that I'm aiming at is only a few feet away, but next time at the range, I'll show you what that looks like. The last thing I'll mention too is that when you are screwing in, your piggyback red dot mount, or really anything that has, screws, in addition to using your bubble level, don't be afraid to also look on both sides to show that everything truly is screwed in properly. And so what I mean by this is, when I was doing the, the red dot mount here, I use the bubble level to make sure everything is nice and balanced, but I also looked to make sure I was applying the proper amount of torque and, pressure and all that to the rings. And so I did notice at first that actually, the top half of my mount was screwed in more like this. Where you really want to make sure it's nice and even and screw it properly on both sides. So use the bubble level. It might take some time, a couple tries like it did for me. I had to make those micro adjustments, but it's something to just kind of keep in mind too. So it's day 2 today, and as you can tell by my morning voice, I just woke up pretty tired. It was pissing rain last night and thunderstorms here in Texas, and so it's still pretty rainy out there. So we'll just be indoors again. No range day today or this weekend. Probably not next weekend, actually. Just the same weather. And so today we're just going to keep it chill again. We're going to clean the Tisas, the 1911. It's been about 200 rounds or so, so I figure, why not just, give it a little bit of love, because got nothing else to do. And so we'll just be cleaning that a bit, and then we'll just see what the rest of the day has to offer. But first, I'm in desperate need of coffee, so let's do that first, and we'll get to cleaning. I don't do anything crazy for cleaning my guns, but I've learned that the 1911 needs a little more care than an AR-15. Last time, I didn't clean this gun too often, and so the slide would get caught in the disconnector. After giving it a full disassembly and a thorough cleaning, all those problems went away, and this Tisas has been performing well after about 1200 rounds. If you want me to show you a more detailed disassembly, I'd be happy to make that video, but just keep in mind there are already some really good ones on YouTube already, so no need to fret. Cleaning my guns can sometimes be tedious, but overall, I find it to be relaxing. I'll put on a TV show or a YouTube video and just work at a relaxed pace. The 1911 is an older design, so it has more moving pieces, which makes it slightly more intricate to disassemble than something like a Glock, but once you do it a few times, it's really not hard at all. If you can manage a Glock, then the 1911 is going to be very easy for you.
Now that I'm done, I'll wipe down my gun, and I actually use disinfecting wipes on it as well, just to be extra nice to it. Afterwards, we're all done. Alright guys, so I think we'll wrap up the video here. Again, more of a vlog today, a little more chill for this time because we're not actually hitting the range. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. The piggyback red dot, I'll keep you guys updated on how that is. I am very, very excited. Need more coffee. I'm very excited to shoot that more. I think it looks sick, and it just makes it a little more functional to have the MPVO with the red dot. So I'll keep you guys updated on that and how it goes. And yeah, that was my version of cleaning my 1911. I'm sure there are many ways to do it, but this is how I do it. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'll see you guys in the next one.